the work, you get it
And
done,
we
and you
stay
move
away
on.
from talking too much. And we stay away
That's
from
true.
talking too much on the boards, and we stay low key to ourselves. Yeah, but we talk amongst ourselves.
Which is a-okay and perfect. Because I'll tell you one
We
thing,
we like to let our, we like to let our play do the talking.
it
That's
shows.
right. That's right.
All right, you guys ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're gonna do
Yep.
this in 3, 2, and 1. Welcome back into the Kramer Show right here on Simulation Football's YouTube, and I'm actually being joined by one of the teams that are going to be the championship this coming weekend. It's Sioux Falls Sparrows. We are joined by the owner, Jason, Nick Fargo's the linebacker, Jalen Wells, fullback, Colin Hart, who's the running back, and AJ Levy, who's also the strong safety and general manager. How are you all doing? As we have a flock of sparrows in here.
We're doing great. Doing great.
Ready to win.
Doing well.
Can't wait for Sunday.
That's right.
Hell yeah, I enjoy the enthusiasm for that. First question, though, because I'm going to go direct this right to Jason. Knowing that, I mean, your team is just always there, it seems like, and now you are finally there into the championship. What does it mean to you knowing that this pretty much is a remarkable season for you guys?
It's a big moment for us. Been a long time coming. There's been a lot of aches and pains getting here, and a lot of long practices and sleepless nights. Looking at film, standing up to stay awake, but everyone's putting a lot of heart into it, and it's good to see it all kind of come together and how well we play when we a unit. I was talking to Al Dillapre earlier today, and he had a nice game against Queen City, and it's funny because they were talking about he had 15 catches on the season, and that just goes to show, this team plays well as a unit because any given Sunday or whatever day of the week it is, we have players that step up, can take over a drive or a quarter or the whole game. So, that's what it should look like when you have a team playing as one, and hopefully that's what it's going to take to win this whole thing.
All right, this next question, this is just for an open conversation for anybody. What has been the motivation like, or the main goal? I know everybody's main goal is to get into the championship game, but every single week there's always a goal. Yes, win that game. So what's been that motivation of trying to keep you guys going to get to this point?
Silence the haters.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
I always feel like we're the dog, and every time we play, so it feels good to step on that field and show everybody that we're not. They shouldn't take us lightly, but they always do. But hey,
This is AJ Levy here. Our main goal isn't to make it to the championship game. It's to ultimately win it.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, that's everybody's main goal. I've known as 2 seasons ago when the Night Wings made it and they lost to Alaska. I noticed that we weren't we had some chip guys on the team that have always argued and whatnot on the actual general chat. And you guys really stay away from the general chats. You guys let like we talked beforehand, you guys let your playing do the talking. How much of that motivate you guys as well?
well, we see things. I go on general chat every once in a while. Since Jalen was, I go on chat every now and then, and I observe and I watch and I see what things are. But then I don't say anything. I shrug it off. I go back to my team. I may make a comment to them and say things about, but it motivates us. So
Just more bulletin board material. People want to overlook us, and we'll just use it as motivation to pop them in the mouth on.
Kapow, baby.
Losing to the quarterfinals to Denver 2 seasons ago was real tough for me because I had actually lost my dad like a few days before that. No, actually a few days after that game. And just that whole process, the wild card, preparing for Denver, was very tiresome for me. And actually, I think I maybe had about 3 hours into trying to get ready. And, the end result was you guys winning. And then
Man, now I feel bad for that. I'm sorry for your loss a few seasons ago, man. So it's coming up for you guys. Of course, it's the highly touted I guess, want to call it a defensive-minded team in Atlanta. Colin, you are a sneaky good running back. How's the effect of your play knowing that these defenses have to stop you and yet you keep going?
I mean, they haven't yet, so I'm really not worried about it. I keep hearing that, oh, all we gotta do is stop calling Hart, and I haven't seen it yet, so I'm really not
Best
worried.
running back in the league. Don't at me.
That's right.
I'm gonna have to agree. So I mean, you guys, BDG is one of the guys. This is gonna be a type matchup. I feel like, but the way that you guys' defense plays and clicks, even if you guys are not home, it seems like everything's just well rounded. And you guys are a team that just strives for any type of occasion. You guys you cherish every single moment and you capitalize on every single moment, which I think that's why you guys are proven to be in this championship game.
My philosophy is to be number one, you have to play as one. And I'm sure Atlanta feels the same.
Anybody else want to add to that?
I feel like that just sums it up right there.
And we're not saying that everyone overlooks us and then we're going to do the same thing to Atlanta. Like, we know better than that. Like, it's fitting that, like, Mark Chisholm's goes by the username, I'm an effing problem, because the Atlanta Swarm are an effing problem. And so we got to get ready. They're full of playmakers, and they got BDG and Marcus Dunhill's having what some people might call an MVP seasons. They're well-rounded too. So we just have to, they're a problem. So, but I think if we can come together on the football field like we have a lot this season, we can be the solution to that problem. So that's what we're going for.
I feel like a big reason why we're in this position is because we don't underestimate anybody.
Yep.
How about you guys now, since you're not underestimating anybody? What was your guys's? Well, by the time this is released, it was by the time that playbooks are submitted. So, what's your guys' game plan coming against Atlanta? If you wanted to,
sorry about that. Basically, play mistake-free football.
That's right.
So if there was one guy that you would actually want to stop though in Atlanta, who would it be? Because you mentioned Marcus Dunhill, like you said, is having an MVP type season, and you got BDG who can just light things up. Who's the person that you guys are looking forward to trying to stop or shut down, or even if it's both?
It's all or nothing. You gotta do your part against everybody. That's how everyone got here. That's how these two teams got to this point, and that's how one of us is.
I look at it like this. I mean, when everybody looks at it in the end, we are very well-rounded, just like them. We got players at every position that can cover everything they can throw at us. We got our linebackers that come up there and stop BDG. We got our safeties and our corners that are playing all. You know what I'm saying? So now with Kelly and Cam on the line, getting that pressure back there, it's not going to be easy for Dunn.
Yeah, well put. So for this entire season as a general, I know the most accomplishing moment is to get to that championship game. What has been the best game this season for an individual person such as yourself, or just in a team in general? What was your favorite moment so far this season?
Oh, you're asking me?
Anybody. It's open. I mean, we got 5 people in here. Why not?
I live like this. We play our game, We don't stick to one script, and we fire it at all cylinders. They think we're going one way, we do something else. I'm here to take the pressure off of Colin Hart, so he's ready to go in the fourth quarter. So I do what I got to do. He do what he does, and we put those points on the board.
You're putting those key blocks out there, aren't you?
That's right.
And it's not just blocks. I don't know if anybody was watching that last game, but he was punching them right up the middle for like 4, 5, 6 yards over and over. That's going to be a problem. That Atlanta has to get ready for it too. Like I said,
fullbacks matter.
Yeah, fullbacks and the kickers matter, man.
There you go.
Yeah, they do. Really do.
Fullbacks are people too.
I was telling Falk earlier, I wouldn't want nobody in a pressure situation then.
John Barnhart played a solid game last game with 5 picks. Basically, had 7 total picks in the playoffs.
Which is insane.
He's been electric. That 5 interceptions a pick a game, that's insane. And Terrell Davis on the other side, he was putting a lockdown on Simon against Charleston. Simons had one chance for a deep pass, and after that, he couldn't catch that one. And after that, it was like.
So here's just like a generic question for you guys. How many of you guys, I'm guessing, are from I don't know, is anybody from Sioux Falls in your guys' team? Just
No,
wondering.
I'm not.
Just me.
Just you? I mean, it makes
Just
sense.
the owner.
I mean, the owner has to. I mean, that's his say. He wants to put that team anywhere else. By the way, I've been to Sioux Falls plenty of times. I used to live in Missouri, but I live on the Kansas side, so it's just right up I-35. So beautiful place, by the way. So, by the way, uniforms are also amazing for Sioux Falls. That's another reason why I want to pick your guys' team over Atlanta. It's already been out there. By this time comes out, by the time this part of the show comes out, I've already mentioned that I already picked you guys to win the championship and also the final score, and I also talked about your uniforms.
I love our
Much
uniforms.
appreciated.
I'm a huge Steeler fan, so when I got drafted to Sioux Falls, I was like, wow, okay, I'm still black and gold, black and yellow.
Oh, so guys,
I feel like we could use a bit of green in our uniform.
Yeah.
Much agreed.
so,
Extra packet.
so is there anything else you guys want to add before we wrap this up a little bit? The floor is yours. You can have a 30-second to a minute per person if you want to talk about your upcoming matchup. It's not like the Kramer Jackman show. I do a little call section like usual, but just talk whatever you want to talk about, like this coming up.
I just want to say that my time in Sioux Falls has been fantastic. I couldn't ask for better teammates, better coaches, better fans, and I'm just happy to be here and to finally make it this far and hopefully getting some hardware.
That's right. Me, I gotta say, just like I agree with that 100%. I'm ready for this game. I got drafted. I was telling the guy, I got drafted the 45. I was projected to get picked number 33 by Atlanta, but they passed me by. So gonna be a little serious this game.
Well, I've been here since the team existence in season 6, and it's been a long, hard road to get here. And I hope I can help bring a team.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's my mentor right there.
My guy.
I've been here. Been here 4 seasons now. This is the 3rd time in the playoffs. Furthest we've gotten. It's time to bring it home. This is our time, and we're gonna go get it.
Yes, sir.
Also, I want to add one more thing real fast. I feel blessed because it's my rookie year, and right away I'm in the championship. And, you got other guys that's been in the league for so long that never even smelled the play. So I'm very humble right now, happy.
All right, Jason, you got the final word here.
Like I said, it's team effort, and I'm proud of our guys because every single game, somebody new steps up, somebody else makes a play. You got Kelly making sack, you got Camp knocking the quarterback over. And it's just every week, everybody making things happen. Just even off the field, I'm proud to have this team and these guys together. It's a special, and I hope that we can keep this group together for as long as, because we do a lot of good things with this, and let's go get them on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
All right, well put, guys. Thanks once again for joining me.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us, pal.
Bye.
We're gonna take a quick break and be right back with more on the Kramer Show.
Yeah, did that actually happen yet? I
Uh,
read that he was thinking about it.
it's not confirmed, but from what I've been told with my sources, that it's going to be a done deal.
Okay, that's interesting. I was kind of concerned about whether or not the Patriots would actually want to do it or not.
I think it's interesting. I'm surprised. I'm actually shocked more than anything, but it's not my call.
And I mean, if Gronk was going to come out of retirement, I'd say, hey, come join the Patriots.
Oh, yeah,
You know, it's
exactly.
it's probably either play with Tom or don't play at all.
And here's the thing: OJ Howard's is just as good as Gronk, and the fact they're just going to give up on him.
Right. What are they going to do?
Oh, I think they're going to trade him by the end of this week before the draft. They have
Okay.
2 days.
That's crazy. But the thing is, OJ Howard is how much younger than Gronk is? How many years is Gronk going to play, even if you go 1, 2?
That's
I
true.
mean, obviously, you don't want to bench OJ Howard for 2 years.
No.
But what? Can you do some 2 tight end stuff and keep him on until Gronk leaves? Or
Well, just do exactly what they did with Aaron Hernandez and Gronk. You know what I mean? Except for one of them's not going to kill a guy and then kill himself.
right? That's crazy because I feel like you trade away OJ Howard, he's gone, and then you have Gronk for 1 or 2 years, and then he's gone, and then you're stuck with no tight end.
Right. I think it's not a win-win situation for it's not a win-win situation for
Nope.
Tampa Bay. Okay. Booyah, things are set up. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'll do this in 3, 2, and 1. Welcome back into the Kramer Show. As joining me now is the quarterback for the Atlanta Swarm, Marcus Dunhill. Marcus, how you doing, man?
Good. How about you?
You know what? Can't complain, but I am glad I'm talking to possibly the MVP of the league and a possible champion as well. So, what's your thoughts coming into this Sunday?
I mean, it's wild getting to be in the championship game. Only a couple teams every season, 2 teams every season get the opportunity to be in the championship. And coming into this season, when we got our roster reveal and we were shown all the teams we were going to, I thought maybe we would be 5-7. So it's completely wild to see how this whole season has gone and that we've made it all the way to the final.
And you've been electric so far this season, and I don't think it's going to stop for you. You're like a spark plug for this team. You make the timely passes. You are the person that you can throw it over the mountains if you want to say it that way. How has your confidence been so far this year?
I mean, my season this year has been much better than my previous season. Season 11, I had a pretty mediocre season. Season 12, I ended up leading the league in interception. Calmed that down a bit last year, led the league in passing yards, but besides that, it was kind of mediocre on my end. And then this season, it's gotten a lot better, but so has the play of all the people around me. So I'm, very fortunate to be able to have played really well, and I think limiting our turnovers has been a huge reason that we've done so much better. You look at the turnover differential against other teams; we were like 10 in turnover differential against teams that were like 1 or 2. So I think that's the big reason we're doing so well is we would struggle when we would play from behind, and then we'd throw picks trying to catch up, and we don't do that as much anymore.
So there's a little bit more to this game for you, knowing that this is, for now, this is your last football game being played in the SFL as you're retiring due to taking over the role as director of player personnel. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
So what are your thoughts more coming into this game, knowing that this might be it for you?
Well, I've had to go into every single playoff game with that mentality because any game we played in the playoffs so far against Chicago, or the game we played last week against Vancouver, that either of those could have easily been my last game. And I'm very fortunate to have made it here to the title game. And now that I know for a fact this is going to be my last game, I definitely want to win it, not so much for myself to have that ring, but for all the people who have put in all the hard work on our team over the last 4 seasons that I've been here. I want to be able to do my best to help get them this before I leave them out the door and they're on to something new.
So what is your game plan, per se, going into this championship game, knowing the defense for the Sparrows are I mean, if you watched last game, they were tremendously good. I think they were tremendously isn't the right word for this. They were spectacular good. What's your thoughts knowing that I have to throw to these guys? Well, to your team, but then there's those guys that are across from you.
Well, Sioux Falls also does really good in their run defense as well, and one of our leading players is BDG Hollywood out of our back, and so we've leveraged a little bit more on our running game. We want to make sure that when we're passing at the right times. We need to make sure we're going for shorter routes that are safer throws. You always want to take your safer throws over big plays that could get intercepted. And that's really it, is you don't want to test their safety RD. You want to make sure you mixed up between short passes and short runs.
So this would be your last game. What's your legacy you want to give to everybody to knowing that, okay, Marcus Dunhill, he was that guy that led Atlanta to the promised lands?
I guess for my legacy, just looked at somebody who supported their. I've always tried to work really hard with our team, present our team the best way possible, make sure I work with Mark in our offseason. I spent some time as our general manager, but I wanted to leave the legacy, especially to our team in the league, that I was just a team player that supported our team, was never whether or not I made the playoffs or whether or not I made the Pro Bowl or whether I won the championship. It's all about what success could I help bring our team. All I want for my legacy to be is this person gave his all for our team, and that's fantastic.
What's the chances? I mean, I think it's going to be really high that the number 15 gets retired forever.
I don't know. I can't speak as to whether or not Mark's going to retire the number or not. There hasn't been a number retired on our team yet. I think it would be pretty cool to see that number retired. Who knows in the future if that number would come back out of retirement. But I did tell Mark that he better wait at least one season before giving somebody that number, and he agreed to that. So you won't see a number 15 on the field next.
So what you're saying is there might be a chance that at some point, we never know when, Marcus Dunhill might make a comeback after the season 14.
You never know where my work with the league is gonna go. It could stay working with the league for many seasons, many years to come, or if something changes down the line, who knows? It's not entirely impossible that I could come out of retirement, but that's definitely not on my radar.
Hey, understood. Hey, Marcus, good luck this weekend.
Thank you so much.
Hey, I appreciate you also coming and taking time out of your evening to come join me, man.
Anytime.
That's the quarterback for the Atlanta Swarm, Marcus Dunhill. We'll be right back here on the Kramer Show. We're going to put a bow on this bad boy and wrap this thing up. Be right back. All righty, Marcus.